Hey guys, so today we are going on something super special, probably one of the most famous things to do in all of Greece. We're gonna see the Acropolis, man. So we signed up for a half-day Acropolis tour. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I'll have links in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. And let's get right into it. Okay, so basically we meet at 8:30 at this hotel in Athens downtown, and the bus picks you up, drives you up this hill, and yeah, we spend probably like 4 or 5 hours touring. There's also an option to include the Acropolis Museum, which we signed up for, of course, getting that extra history. So yeah, it's gonna be super awesome. The omnipotent Acropolis rests on a giant flat hilltop that rises way high into the city, and you can see across all of Athens. It was the citadel in ancient Greece, and despite being mostly burnt down by the Persians in the 5th century BC, you can still admire a lot of this magnificent architecture from ancient times. Just keep in mind, since the Acropolis is probably one of the most visited landmarks in the entire country, that it can get pretty busy. So there are pretty heavy crowds throughout. But if you want, you can purchase tickets by yourself for 22 euros, something like that. But of course, with the added guide feature, you can learn so much more history and you can skip the line. So I think it's definitely well worth it. Okay, so we're at the world famous Acropolis. Basically, this is the highest point in the city. It's a flat hilltop where you have all these ancient ruins. And of course, the most famous, the Parthenon. Actually, it's really similar to the one we saw in Nashville. Obviously, it was inspired by this one. But this is such a cool place, man. So much history, so much Greek mythology. Oh man, it's incredible. So I highly recommend checking out a day tour to the Acropolis, because then you get to see all this amazing stuff. This legendary temple was dedicated to the famous goddess Athena, the goddess of courage and wisdom. Alright, so what do you think of the Acropolis?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Not gonna lie, there is a crap ton of people. Well, like any world famous attraction, there's gonna be tons of crowds, but still pretty cool. So you're gonna have to get here a little bit earlier to beat the crowds.
Make sure you wear comfortable shoes. There's a lot of rocks.
Oh yeah, there's
tons. It's very slippery.
Tons of slippery rocks. Basically, this whole ground, everything's made of like marble. It's pretty impressive, man. Definitely one of the coolest wonders of the world. I really like it. So check out the Acropolis. Okay, next stop on the tour is the Panathenaic Stadium, man, where they held the first Panathenaic games dedicated to the goddess Athena. Of course, it's super cool, man. I think you gotta actually buy tickets to go inside if you want to go and run around or whatever, but we're only stopping for 10 minutes, so pretty cool stop. I might check it out again, I don't know. All right, next up on the tour is the Acropolis Museum, and just walking by, it's so crazy. Like, this is literally the entrance, and there's just ruins all under. It's so cool, man. So I'm super excited. We're gonna learn tons of history and see artifacts that were from the old ancient Acropolis. Acropolis Museum is a must-see for anyone who loves the history of ancient Greece. This museum houses over 3,000 artifacts from the original Parthenon. So it's a very impressive collection of monuments, sculptures, and all types of things that were used in ancient Greece. Having a guided tour of the museum is definitely a plus because you get to visualize what life would have been like back in the day and have way more insight into the history and culture that the famous Athenians experienced. Guys enjoyed exploring some of ancient Greece with us. Of course, the Acropolis is one of the coolest sites in the country, so I highly recommend checking it out. And guided tours, yeah, sometimes it's cool to go things at your own pace, you know, but for this, having that extra insight into the history and all the stories of ancient Greece is really helpful. I feel like I connected way more and I learned a lot more, so it's a lot cooler. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We had a lot of fun making it, of course. And there's way more adventures coming through Athens and through the rest of Greece, so stay tuned because it's gonna be sick. Anyway, peace out.